Why are SAT writing and language main idea questions tricky? Imagine trying to see the big picture when everything around you is in focus. That's what main idea questions ask you to do on the SAT. They want you to find the overall message of a passage. But it's not always easy. These questions are tricky because they requiring you to look beyond tiny details and understand what the author really wants to say. Unlike questions that ask about specific facts or vocabulary, main idea questions ask you to think about the entire passage. Sometimes the answer choices sound correct because they mention parts of the text. But the goal is to pick the answer that best sums up the whole passage, not just one part. That can be confusing. Another reason they are tricky is because you need to think in abstract ways. You might see a sentence or a phrase that seems important, but the main idea is about the overall message. Sometimes the main idea is not directly stated. Instead, you have to infer what the author is trying to tell you. If you focus only on the words, you might miss the bigger picture. The way answer choices are written can also make these questions hard. Some options start with words like detail, suggest, or defend. These words tell you what the answer is doing. If you don't pay attention, you might pick an answer that fits a detail or a specific idea, but not the main message. You need to match the tone and purpose of the passage to the right choice. Passages on the SAT cover many topics like history, science, or social studies. They are different lengths and styles. That means the main idea can be expressed in many ways. Sometimes it's a simple sentence, other times it's a complex idea. You can't use the same trick every time. You have to adapt your approach based on the passage. Time pressure adds to the challenge. You only have a few minutes to read and answer each question. You need to quickly understand the main point without getting lost in details. The answer choices are often very similar, making it harder to pick the best one. To get better at these questions, practice is key. Read carefully and try to summarize the passage in your own words before looking at the options. Avoid answers that only restate details. Pay close attention to how the choices are worded, especially the verbs and tone. Remember, the main idea is about the overall message, not just a single fact. Knowing why main idea questions are tricky helps you stay alert and focused. When you practice these skills, you'll get better at spotting the big picture and choosing the right answer. This will make your SAT writing and language section much easier and boost your score.